A guy is late for an important meeting, but he can't find a place to park. In desperation, he begins to pray. "Please, Lord, if you help me find a parking stall right now, I promise to go to church every Sunday and never drink vodka again." A moment later, he sees a beautiful empty spot right next to the entrance. "Never mind, found one, found." A waiter gives a gentleman a cup of coffee. The gentleman takes a sip and spits it out. He turns to the waiter and says, "Waiter, this coffee tastes like mud." The waiter, looking surprised, turns to the gentleman and says, "But sir, it's fresh ground." A man was driving down the road when a policeman stopped him. The officer looked in the back of the man's truck and said, "Why are these penguins in your truck?" The man replied, "These are my penguins. They belong to me. You need to take them to the zoo," the policeman said. The next day, the officer saw the same guy driving down the road. He pulled him over again. He saw the penguins were still in the truck, but they were wearing sunglasses this time. "I thought I told you to take these penguins to the zoo," the officer said. "I did," the man replied. "And today I'm taking them to the beach." A magician was working on a cruise ship in the Caribbean. The audience would be different each week, so the magician allowed himself to do the same tricks over and over again. However, there was one problem. The captain's parrot saw the shows every week and began to understand how the magician did every trick. Once he understood, he started shouting in the middle of the show, "Look, it's not the same hat!" Or, "Look, he's hiding the flowers under the table." The magician was furious but couldn't do anything. It was, after all, the captain's parrot. One day, the ship had an accident and sank. The magician found himself floating on a piece of wood with the parrot. They stared at each other, but the parrot wouldn't say a word. Finally, after a week, the parrot said, "Okay, I give up. What did you do with the ship?" A duck walks into a store and asks the cashier, "Do you have any grapes?" The cashier responds, a bit confused, "No, sorry, we don't sell grapes here." The next day, the duck returns and asks the same question, "Do you have any grapes?" The cashier, a bit annoyed, says, "I told you yesterday, we don't sell grapes. If you come back again, I'll nail your beak to the floor." Undeterred, the duck comes back the next day and asks, "Do you have any nails?" The cashier, puzzled, replies, "No, we don't have any nails." The duck then asks, "Do you have any grapes?" A guy said to God, "God, is it true that to you a billion years is like a second?" God said yes. The guy said, "God, is it true that to you $1 billion is like a penny?" God said yes. The guy said, "God, can I have a penny?" God said, "Sure, just a second."